last handed to Sindri. Even after all that has happened, he still has the defiance to seek out a horn of Svartalfheim's finest.
Quests. World. Hodda Shelter. Yerk Jondi Mil. Hold a fast travel. World, hold a fast Yerk Jondi Milna.
Hay ciertos dones sobrenaturales y habilidades que se transmiten solo a través de ciertas líneas de sangre. Esta realidad puede tener que ver con la sangre y la médula ósea, así como con la genética, y lo saben las sociedades secretas que siguieron las líneas de sangre que pasaron los poderes sobrenaturales a su línea descendiente. La sangre azul es un ejemplo de alguna sangre neuma de numen que puede ser transmitida a los descendientes inmediatos. La interpretación tradicional de la sangre azul se vincula al poder transformador del Espíritu Santo descendiendo en la sangre de los que se hacen dignos de recibirlo, como en la iniciación tradicional, galardón caballeresco, la unción. Esta es la razón por la cual los miembros del mismo linaje buscan proteger su sangre, para evitar la disolución del neuma vinculado a la sangre. La concentración de neuma produce longevidad, pero si la transferencia de esta fuerza no es completada o está dañada, entonces se pierde la línea. Estos fenómenos de transferencia explican el paso instantáneo de dones de un psíquico a un miembro de su familia. Si la sangre se cruza, obtenida por la unión de los individuos que no están relacionados entre sí con el linaje sanguíneo, tiene el efecto de olvidar la memoria de la sangre. Esto es a lo que temen los linajes del poder. Es la misma calidad que condena a una especie de descendientes de una esclavitud perpetua de un linaje como prisioneros de su sangre, que tiene solo miembros de su linaje, no como individuos, sino como los anillos de un eslabón de la cadena, vinculando a los prisioneros, y un pasado que tendrían que superar individualmente. Este control es mencionado en el primer libro de Olga Karitiri, donde un chamán transfiere la fuerza del egregor de la línea sanguínea a una persona que no la quiere. Además, si el neuma es débil en una persona, hay ritos para aumentar esta calidad basados en antiguas prácticas egipcias y judías. Si el contacto con el neuma se debilita o se rompe, un rito puede hacerse para revivirlo. Esto se hace con los centros mágicos de trabajo del ancestro, es decir, como las sales extraídas de sus huesos. El origen de esta práctica se remonta a los albores de los tiempos. Algunos sobrevivientes de rituales de abuso, MK Ultra, Milaps y mujeres de fuego estelar afirman que sus familias de linaje y los seres que los han explotado son tanto humanos como no humanos.
Before you were born, what was the role that you were brought through to play?
The role that I was brought through to play was, as in the Illuminati, was as a goddess. Specifically, the address is Mother Goddess, Starfire, and the Starfire goes back to the blood in the menstrual blood. What is contained in that, and the address, the way that I was addressed was Mother Goddess. There are only 3 Mother Goddesses. There can only be 3 at a time on this planet, and there is a male equivalent of which there can be only 3 of them.
Why mind control someone to conduct these rituals, like yourself? Why don't these reptilians just conduct their own rituals?
They don't seem to have the psychic abilities, and they look for people that have that, and people in the bloodline that have that. And I've had that. I've had a tremendous amount of psychic ability, and so I was picked and bred from before birth, and this is also something that other survivors that have been in high positions have known about me and told me.
What's the connection then between you having psychic abilities, those being recognized from the start, and you being brought through to conduct their major rituals?
Well, it's kind of twofold. First of all, they needed the psychic abilities because they control or attempt to control events, because I would have the ability to foretell what was going to happen, and they needed the information to just try to control it to an outcome that was good for them. The second thing is that during the rituals, you had to have psychic ability. You have to be very powerful in that way to call out the old ones that are also reptilian, that come from another dimension. They actually they materialize from out of another dimension and are present at rituals, and they are so powerful, and their presence is there's such an evilness about them, and they want out of this other dimension, and they can't. They have to be called out by someone who has that power, and the reptilians don't have this power. That's very important, that they don't have this power to call out these old ones that have to do with them. And
what is it that humans have that the reptilians don't have, that means they don't have the power to connect interdimensionally, and some humans do?
We have the ability to foresee, to be able to become vibrationally higher, and see into those levels, go into those levels, and in fact, agencies use this. They call it remote viewing. Humans have the ability to go into the past, to go into the future, to go to other places, to astrally leave their body, astrally, and to see things that we've always had this ability, and it's like having a third eye, which they don't have. They don't have this ability. So during ritual, these old ones are called out, and they are what Christianity would have called the demons. They are called out, and there is a circle that it has a hexagon in there, which is a powerful occultic symbol, and then there is a pentagram, and then there in the middle of that there is a triangle, and if you're the one calling them out, then you stand in the triangle so that you're not devoured or taken by these creatures that come out.
That creates an energy field around you which they can't penetrate.
They can't penetrate it, and they cannot get outside the pentagram, and they want out. They're always demanding to be let out, and so you have to be very powerful to keep them in line and to make them go back when it is time for them to go back.
Why do the reptilians want to manifest these quote demons at the rituals?
It brings power to the rituals. It brings power to them. They are told things by these entities, and they are encouraged to go on with what they're doing, and knowledge is imparted to them through these entities. But it takes a person with the ability to bring them out and make them answer, because they don't want to cooperate. They have to cooperate when the right person has control over them.
And that's to do with that person's energy and ability to use it.
Right, yes.